Let's look at the next example. A graphic designer creates a design for a company logo. The design is a green semicircle with a white quadrant, as shown. Find the area of the green part of the design. Use 3.14 as an approximation for pi. Um, Again, I noticed that they want you to find the area of the green part and they want you to use 3.14 as an approximation for pi instead of 22/7. Now, the area of the green part would be equivalent to the area of this semicircle minus the area of this quadrant because this is an empty space, so you take it out. Um, let's look at how we can find out the area of the semicircle. To find the area of a semicircle, remember that a semicircle is half of a circle. To find the area of a circle, you use pi r squared. And because semicircle is half of a circle, you just multiply that value by 1/2. So to write it out, I would have 1/2. Pi would be represented by 3.14 and the radius of this big semicircle is 160 millimeters. So I have 1/2 times 3.14, which is the value of pi, 100 times 160, which is the value of the radius, times 160, because we need to use the square value of the radius. Now I noticed that 160 can be divided by 2 and it would give me 80. So I can rewrite this sentence 3.14 times 80 times 160. Take out the calculator and then plug in the number 3.14 times 80 times 160 and I will get 40,192 square millimeters. You can pause the video now and try it for yourself and see if you get the same answer with me or not. Now that we have the area of the semicircle, we are going to find the area of the quadrant. Now, quad means 4, so the area of a quadrant is actually 1/4 of a circle. In this case, the radius is 30 millimeters. So imagine this is 1/4 of a circle. So this line segment goes from the center of the circle to the outer edge of the circle. Therefore, this is the radius of the quadrant. Now, we plug in 1/4 times pi, and pi in this case is 3.14 times the radius twice. So times 30 times 30. 30 and 4 can both be divided by 2. So 30 divided by 2 is 15 and 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now another 30 can also be divided by 2. So I can cross them out and 30 divided by 2 is 15. I can rewrite my number sentence to 3.14 times 15 times 15. And then you can use your calculator and plug in the number 3.14 times 15 times 15 would give you 706.5 square millimeters. Once we have the value, the area of both semicircle and the quadrant, now we can solve the problem by subtracting the area of the quadrant from the area of the semicircle. So that gives you 40,192 subtract by 706.5 square millimeters. And that gives you 39,485.5 square millimeters. Again, as I'm going through each question, please feel free to take out your calculator so that you can solve it together with me. So for the next practice task, you're going to complete task number 5. A rock is made up of a quadrant and 2 semicircles. Find the area of the rock. Now, to find the area of the total rock, you have to find the area of the quadrant and the area of the 2 semicircles. Now, the area of the quadrant can be found using the formula 1/4 times pi r squared. And the radius of this semicircle is 42 inches. Because if you imagine a big circle, this line segment went from the center of the circle to the edge of the circle. So this is radius. Now to find the area of the 2 semicircles, notice that the semicircles are the same size because it has the diameter. They both have diameters of 42 inches. So notice that this is a circle which is smaller than the bigger circle that create the quadrant. So to find the total area of the 2 semicircles, you have to multiply 2 times 1/2 times pi r squared. So the number inside the parentheses represent the area of one semicircle. So you have to multiply that number by 2 to find the total area of 2 semicircles, But because we weren't given the radius for this semicircle, you have to divide the diameter by 2. The diameter of this semicircle is 42 inches, divided by 2 is 21 inches. And then you're going to substitute the value into the formula to find the area of one semicircle, and you can multiply that value by 2 to find the area of 2 semicircles. Eventually, what you want to do is to find the area of the quadrant and the total area of the 2 semicircles and then add them up. So you can rewatch this video one more time just so that I can guide you what to do. And if you're ready, you can pause the video and continue with your task.